Hey, it's Tiombe. Thanks for joining today. Well, based on the title, I'm pretty sure you've pieced together the fact that this video will be about forgiveness. And no, we're not discussing forgiving a family member or an ex. We're discussing forgiving, quite frankly, one of the most important people in your life. And that's you. We'll be discussing self-forgiveness, as well as exercising the grace that you are so worthy and deserving of. There have been times where I haven't been the best daughter, partner, sibling, you name it. No matter how far into the past these occurrences were, they still happened. And I can only stand here today and speak to you about self-forgiveness because I was able to dig deep, look inward, and grow. And I want to help you do the same. So, I've compiled a list that will make navigating this space so much easier for you. And I've titled it The 4 A's of Forgiveness: Acknowledgement, Amends, Aftermath, and Aftercare. So let's get into it. The first A, acknowledgement. This is most likely the hardest step of all of them. Nobody wants to believe that we're the villain or the bad guy. Nobody wants to believe that they've wronged somebody, but we all have. Whether it be intentional or unintentional, we've all hurt somebody in some way. And the second part of acknowledgement, understanding what things may have factored in to you doing what you did. Now, this requires more than surface level digging. Your upbringing, your peers, your culture, even the media you consume, your environment, all those things factor into helping us mold the people we are. They all factor into how we treat ourselves, how we treat others, and who and what we show up for in the world. Not all of those things are in our control. Sometimes we're molded into people we'd rather not be, and that's where grace comes in. You have to forgive yourself for doing things or thinking things when you didn't know any better. Step 2, amends. Making amends is basically righting a wrong. Now, depending on the situation, you're going to do either one or two of these things. If you've wronged yourself and you're forgiving yourself, you need to apologize to yourself for accepting whatever treatment you allowed that you didn't deserve. You have to apologize to yourself for not knowing better. Or on the flip side, if you wronged somebody else, you need to apologize to the person that you wronged. Making amends is a very critical part of forgiveness. It shows great strength and growth. It allows you to stop being a victim and a perpetrator of pride. Now, pride isn't always a bad thing. You can have pride in your work. You can have pride in the way you dress. But when we're in the wrong, pride is the last thing that you want to have. Our next A stands for aftermath. Dealing with the aftermath of making amends can be very difficult. If you're dealing with the aftermath of making amends to yourself, more likely than not, you're gonna be met with some uncomfortable feelings. You may begin to question yourself. Question your sense of judgment. Question your self-worth. Question what or who you're pouring your energy into. Sometimes in life, you need to be a bit uncomfortable to realize that you need to make a change. And one thing I learned in high school that I keep with me till this day is that great things never came from comfort zones. When it comes to dealing with the aftermath of making amends to the things that you've done to somebody else, you honestly have to be ready for anything. The ball is in their court now. They may never want to speak to you again. They may want to slowly but surely work on their relationship with you. No matter which way they turn, you have to be okay with it. They may forgive you and still not want anything to do with you. They may not even give you a chance to make amends. These are all things that you have to be ready and prepared for. And that brings us to our last A, aftercare. when it's all said and done and the dust finally settles, we need self-care. It's after care, we are sitting down and addressing with ourselves the following concerns. What can I do to prevent this from happening again? When met with this situation again, how will I proceed? What can I do to protect my peace if this situation arises again? Or in general, moving forward, what can I do to protect my peace? Identify your needs and implement them. No one will protect you better than yourself. No one will know what you need better than yourself. Forgiving ourselves is one of the hardest things we as people can do, but it is vital. Forgiveness is a part of our overall healing, and healing is not linear. Sometimes we get hit with a few bumps in the road. Sometimes we have setbacks. It is hard to give ourselves grace and forgiveness. It requires self-reflection, discomfort, and patience. But the most important thing is that we keep trying, keep moving, and keep believing. I hope that my 4A's to forgiveness are able to help you on your journey of healing and growth. Take care, and we'll talk soon.